Hello, this is Anna with Cottage on Oak, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm working on a quote-unquote backsplash for above my oven. So I'm looking at all my inventory of all my old dishes and seeing which ones that I want to use. I laid out a pattern on my oven to see which pattern I wanted to use, and I really wanted to use these clear plates. But the fact that they are see-through, you would be able to see the plate holders through the glass, and that was just not cute. I recently picked up these white plates from a friend from church, and I love these. They are also semi-see-through, so you could see the bracket behind them, and I didn't like that, so I ended up using some command strips for these. I almost didn't use them, but the wall needed an extra touch, so I ended up using those. The plates I'm using right now are some of my favorites. I bought them at the thrift store. They were marked down to $2 each. These little flow blue ones. They are from the 1800s, so I love, love, love these plates. You obviously can't eat off of them. I am fine with that. I love to have them hanging on the wall. Many people warn against using command strips on the back of plates on your wall. I totally understand, but sometimes you just gotta work with what you got, and this is what I had. So I did clean the backs of the plates off with an alcohol swab and off of the wall. I rubbed the alcohol swab off on the wall. I took one long command strip, cut it in half, and then instead of putting the command strip in the center so you can see that through the plate, I ended up putting the command strip at the top of the back of the plate. Like so, you can see that through the plate, but it's not as noticeable as if it was dead center in the plate. So these plates have been up for a week now, I think, maybe longer, and they have not moved, they have not fallen. I have used command strips on another plate wall in my house that I've showed you before, and they've never fallen. So I think we're good to go, hopefully. And from the research I did, I think these white plates are from the early 1900s, the 1920s maybe. And so I really, really like those as well. All this side of the kitchen needs is my vintage oven back. I'm patiently waiting. These things take time, I guess. A lot longer than I would like. So let me know what you think of this plate wall down below in the comments. Okay, I totally forgot to film this, but I get my crock pot out and I usually put it on low when I'm first starting out, and I will put in a bag of frozen chopped spinach, 2 blocks of cream cheese, 1 container of the onion and chive cream cheese blend, and then I also added in the fresh mozzarella. There's like 4 circles like this size, and I just put them on top. I let them warm up on low for a few hours, and then I just stirred it, and then I'm switching it to keep warm, and I'll put the lid back on. But this is my spinach dip. Sometimes I will add in garlic salt with parsley seasoning, and I think that's it. So let's add some of that real quick, just a smidge on top. I will cook rice and chicken with this. Sometimes I'll use it just as a dip for some chips, but my husband is on keto, so this is keto friendly, and he can put it on lots of things. So I'm just going to share with you this recipe. I have the spinach dip going as I just showed you, and now I am preparing our chicken breasts. I like to put them in a glass dish straight into the oven, and it takes about 45 minutes to cook. I don't season my chicken too much because I do have young kids, but you know I love this garlic salt with parsley. I put it on everything. So I did some of that, and then I recently bought this chicken fajita seasoning from Walmart. It's not super strong, and I really, really like it, and my kids do as well. And although my husband is on keto, I still need a starch for my kids and myself. So of course I'm going to do rice. I oil my pan first, this stainless steel pot actually, and then I put a layer of salt on the bottom. Then I put in my rice, and I didn't measure how much rice I put in, but we'll say a cup, maybe a cup and a half. I used this scoop from Hobby Lobby I bought years ago. It was like $2, I think, on clearance. And the glass jar I'm using was free, so that's nice. To help add some nutrition, I use chicken bone broth in my rice. This helps give it some flavor, but also some added nutrition and health benefits. So I fill it up partly with the chicken bone broth and then the rest of the way with straight tap water. Hate tap water, but whatever. It is the world we live in. Place the rice on the back burner, turn it on high. Once it starts to boil, I turn it down to low. And since I have an electric burner, I have to scoot it off the burner a little bit. And then I let it cook for 15 minutes on low. And once it's cooled off, the burner's cooled off a bit, I do scoot the pan back straight onto the burner. One of my favorite snacks here recently are carrot sticks, so I'm just peeling some carrots and chopping them up into some carrot sticks for us all to share. I can't remember if I told you the temperature I cook the chicken at, but it's anywhere between 375 and 400 for 45 minutes, I believe. So for my kids' plates, I just cut their chicken up for them. They are 6 and 4. And I make their plates before I make my husband and I's plate. I also give them a huge scoop of rice because they do not want to eat the spinach dip. Shocker. Along with a side of carrot sticks. For my plate, I do a bed of the rice, and then I stick a chicken breast straight on top, and then I did a scoop of the spinach dip on top of that. So good. Oh, and then I added some carrot sticks on the side. So on this rainy morning, I decided that I wanted some pancakes. Recently, after a doctor's appointment, we went to Cracker Barrel and I bought myself a box of pancake mix, and it is so stinking good. I have only baked the small batch, and it always gives us enough pancakes that we have some left over. This box was $6.99, I believe, at the Cracker Barrel store. This is my second time making the small batch from this one package, and I still have some left over, I think, for 2 more batches, so it goes a long way. To cook these, I will be using my stainless steel pan. I love using this over the cast iron because the stainless steel doesn't really stick. The food doesn't stick to that like it does to the cast iron for me. So I just make sure my pan is nice and hot. Once it's hot, I add some butter, let that cook into the pan for a little bit, and then I can start adding my pancake mixture onto that. I will say before I ever add the pancake mixture straight onto the pan, for each individual pancake, I give it its own little knob of butter to cook onto. That helps give the pancake the nice, crisp, buttery edges on the pancake, and it's so good. Now, when I flip the pancake again, I do not add another knob of butter. I just let them go straight onto the pan. And no, it does not stick to the pan for me. That could also be attributed to the pancake mix that I'm using. Not sure. So I'm giving myself 3 of the pancakes. My kids are already eating their pancakes at the table. And since my poor husband is doing keto again, he could only smell the pancakes and he wasn't able to taste their deliciousness. I'm using the all-natural, like, maple syrup from Walmart. I did grow up eating Mrs. Butterworth's syrup, but as I've gotten older, I really like that natural maple syrup instead. And these are the pancakes we have left over. And now it's time to clean up the kitchen and get ready for homeschool. I usually don't eat breakfast this big before homeschool, and this day I just decided to because of the rain, and it was cozy, and I thought a yummy pancake would feel so good on a day like this. But I think next time I'm not going to do that because it threw me off. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time here on the channel. If you have a favorite homemade pancake mix, please leave the recipe in the comments below for all of us, and that would be wonderful. Thank you.